morning, we're selling it for 1 month. Do it quick now.
So I've hung around to the end. I've bought that Golf, which I can't find, and show you what it is. And I've also bought a Sportage. 3 buys from the G3 auctions last week are all together. As you know, I drove the, you might not know, you might not watch the channel very regularly. The Mazda 2, I drove all the way back, about 5 or 6 hours. Now these two, the Sportage and the Golf, I bought the last minute. They're going across the auction block. They look cheap. I hadn't really done my research on them, but they look cheap. I bought them and then thought, hell, how am I going to get them home? And then I was recommended a company by Theo, so massive thanks to Theo, that drives them down for you. And I dropped the lads back to the train station at Barnstable. Massive thanks to that company. I've got their contact details if anybody needs them. Really good service there. They were bang on exactly, you know, pick them up when they said they would, drop them off when they said they would do. And I was obviously able to get feedback on the cars, because my biggest fear was they weren't going to make it here and I'd end up paying for recovery on them. But the guy said both drove absolutely fine, no issues at all. The only thing they warned me of was that the Golf might need brakes on the back, that one of them's a bit juddery when you brake. So as a test drive for your new stock, I think a 5-hour journey by 2 people that had no reason to baby the cars is pretty good, isn't it? Because obviously if they were going to overheat or anything like that, or use excessive oil, or throw up previous codes, they should have done that by now, one would hope. But I genuinely bought these very quickly, a quick view across the block. I didn't get a chance to see them after I bought them because they moved them into a different compound. So let's have a little look at them together. So first up, the Sportage. This is the 2-litre 4-wheel drive, so popular for North Devon. Always do well on Sportages. That's because anybody who's driven them knows they're really nice cars to drive. They're good value for money. They drive nice, plenty of punch. So let's have a quick look around it. Like I said, we've got Michelin's on the back. That's a good sign straight away. Michelin tyres, only a little bit of lack of peel on the alloy. No curbing on it. Let's have a look at the front one. Is that a branded tyre as well? Michelin as well. That's nice to see. So whoever had it had a few squids. No lack of peel on that front one. Paintwork seems good. Not spotted anything yet. That bumper's slightly out down the bottom there. So, and it's out on the corner. So it's had a light little bump there on the corner we need to realign. That alloy again, no major lack of peel. I don't think they need redoing. And that's a Michelin. This mirror cap, is it just dirty or has it got a bit of crud in it? That might want repainting, that mirror cap possibly. Yeah, Michelin's all round. That one's got a bit more lack of peel on it, so we might have to do all the alloys, because to make a match, you have to do them all together, or I might leave it as a point of negotiation on the car. Paintwork wise though, doesn't seem to be any paintwork other than that mirror, so that's a nice start. Yeah, let's have a look at the interior. I think I've only got one key, which is a bit of a shame, but not the end of the world. Oh, we've got leather. We've got leather, genuinely. Like I say, I just saw this going across the block. I just knew from gut that the price looked good, and I bid on it. So I don't know an awful lot. We've got the twin panoramic roofs, so let's hope they work. That's one concern. We'll get that going in a minute. Heated rear seats. I forgot these got heated rear seats. The leather's all in nice condition, needs a good clean, but it's all in nice condition. So heated front and rear seats, all round electric windows, electric mirrors, auto fold, Bluetooth cruise control. The spec is right. This is a lot cheaper than I would have got it down here in the southwest. Yeah, parking sensors, USB auxiliary input. Is it key? There's keys on these ones. Right, first thing I'm going to do, don't want to get demonetized. Right, do these blinds work? These roofs are always really slow. The first thing you need to do with these is grease them. In fact, I should probably start the car. And it'll be a good thing to do a cold start on it. Give it a bit more power. 79,000 miles, so the mileage isn't horrendous. No chain rattle, no DPF knock. That's good. Got a warning for the tyre pressure monitor, but nothing else. So let's put the window back. It's always best to run the engine because you'll get a bit more power. So let's grease that up a bit. These tend to be slow. Kia Suzuki dealership have actually got their own grease for these. They have to do them all the time, they say. Right, are the blinds manual on these? I think they might be manual blinds, mightn't they? Are they? Yeah, they're manual blinds. So is the back one. They bunch up a little bit like this as they get older, but that one's actually not too bad. We'll look at the back one. Adrian's here to take away a car. Yeah, they're alright. Sometimes these bunch up and break, and that's why they're back, because the people can't get them back across again. So that is actually alright. So that's all looking good. Like I say, it's idling nicely, nice and level. Yeah. We'll have a little drive around the yard and try the clutch and stuff out. Let's just get Adrian loaded up with the Fiat 500 over there. That Fiat 500 needs a gearbox, and I've decided I'm better off just trading it out, making a bit of money that way than getting involved in bigger jobs like that at the moment. Should probably have a little look under the engine bay, see what the score is with that, see what the oil level and coolant level is before we start driving around too much. What we like to call some honest dirt on the go. It's not overly cleaned. It's had a battery at some point, a Bosch one, so decent quality battery on it. Looking down the sides, I can't see any obvious leaks. Gearbox looks dry. Auxiliary belt looks possibly a little bit tired. Coolant's at the right level. Is it oily or nasty at all? No, doesn't look it. Oil level, I just need to clean that off probably, but what's that, about a quarter way up the dipstick possibly. So I haven't checked the service history yet, probably benefit from a service. You're not really going to get mayo on the cap on one of these, but we'll have a little look anyway. Yeah, it's all alright. See if we can lift this cover and see if we're going to go blow out on the old dirt. How did these come up again? Injectors, have we got any blow on the injectors? On diesels you want to see if you've got loads of soot and dirt around here, but all that looks good. You're looking for any blow by the injectors, but there's nothing there by the looks of it. Right, let's go for a little spin. Yeah, it starts up nicely. Right, big thing with your Kias, if you're looking at one of these, get in and feel where the clutch is. If you've got a very low biting point, you're going to have to put a clutch in it, and this good news with this one is it is about halfway. Yeah, these are the other way round on these Kias. If you've got a low biting point, you're going to need to put a clutch in. Second alright, third alright. Try a few more gears here, being a diesel, got a bit more torque to play with. Fourth, no problem with fourth. Can we grab fifth just very quickly? Fifth, no problem with fifth. So all the gears feel nice, no crunching, clutch is good, steering's nice. Could be that it was just put into auction because whoever took it in part exchange doesn't do stuff this old, or they didn't want to get involved in fixing the front bumper. Suspension feels nice. You normally feel a knock if you hit this transition here over onto the concrete. Obviously we'll take it for a longer drive, but well, do I need to take it for a longer drive? The boys drove it all the way from the Midlands down to North Devon. Initial signs are good. Reversing camera's working. So let's have a check of the Golf then. Oh, nearly forgot, got a service book for the Kia as well. How many stamps has it got in it? 15, 16, 17, and that's 2022. So we've got a gap between 17 and 2022 there. Chain driven engines, so you don't have to worry about cam belts on these. And they are pretty darn tough as well, I find, as a general rule. Don't want to jinx myself, but I don't tend to get problems with them, so we'll just do a big oil and filter service on it, along with a fresh ticket if it needs one. I can't remember how long the ticket is on it, and that should be good to go. Right, so onto the Golf. Always popular cars, the Golfs. 2016, fairly new for me. Got 2 keys with this one. Bodywork, let's try to go by. Bodywork seems okay. We've got a sticker on the back there, hopefully that isn't covering up too much. We've got scrapes along the back of the bumper here where it's been loaded in. Not too bad, a lot of this will polish out, just some very light marking. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be any paint needed at all. Alloys are in good nick. We've got the proper What are those? Oh, so they're the Nexen Blue, which isn't a bad brand. What have we got here? Can't see what brand that is. Don't recognise that one. They look a little bit low on the back there. Might be some tyres on the back. That's a Michelin. And that's another Nexus Blue, so that's a bit random. That tyre over there is a bit random compared to the rest of them. How's it look inside? Let's unlock it. We'll get these roof bars off. I'm getting a collection of roof bars in the unit. I should probably put them all on eBay or Facebook, shouldn't I? It smells nice. Fabrics just need a bit of a clean down. Nothing outrageous. Yeah, well, the fabrics look alright on the seats. This one's done over 100,000 miles, but people don't tend to worry about that so much with the VWs. And I think they last forever, don't they? 106,000 miles on it. What have we got? Heated seats. Nice spec, aircon, parking sensors, cruise control, Bluetooth. The specs right. Cold start. This you need to with all your diesels is a cold start. See if you've got DPF rattle. Sorry, DPF. See if you've got dual mass flywheel rattle, and if you've got problems with leak down on the injectors, so that it doesn't want to start particularly easy and smokes everywhere. Starts fine. No problem with that at all. Slight tick maybe of a tensioner, but that might, once it's warmed up, go. We've got an SD card for it. I think we've got nav. Yeah, we've got a SD card in the packaging for this. In the pack we've got the locking wheel nut. So it's a proper nice spec one. And it all clean up nicely. You know, in terms of condition wise, it's really quite good. Quick spin. Let's check how we are on the clutch and going through the gears. Tyre monitor again on for tyre pressure. Clutches. Again, about halfway, nothing wrong with the clutch. He's got the seat really low in this. Second, third's okay, fourth's okay, fifth's okay. So that's all good. No warning lights on the dashboard other than that tyre pressure. And again, the amount of times the lads have driven, if they were going to ping back on again, one would have thought they'd ping on by now. Could be, again, just the mileage is a bit too high for everybody else. Suspension that's come off the concrete here. Seems alright. What was he saying about the brakes? I can't notice anything about the brakes now because he mentioned, like, say, he thought the rear brake was making a bit of a noise, binding a bit maybe. But I can't hear anything myself. I will take it for a longer drive. But yeah, nothing's setting alarm bells off for me as it stands right now with this one. Let's get into the envelope and see what we've got history-wise on it. MR2's back, by the way. Oh, we didn't have a look under the bonnet, did we? Let's have a look under the bonnet. Let's have a look under the bonnet. See what's got there. Could possibly be slightly overfilled on oil, maybe. Can't quite tell. I don't know if we can pull the cover to see injector blow bar on this. Have a look. Oh, looks good. That's possibly where the oil's come down the side of it there. Focus. Sorry, I can't get the phone to focus at the moment. I think that's just where it's been overfilled with oil down the side there. I don't think that's that last injector there. But it all looks dry underneath there. It doesn't look like anything's blown by. Injector seals. So again, that nothing outrageous there by the looks of it. Let's check that history out. Oh bugger, no history in the envelope. So we're going to have to get hold of VW and see if we've got any history on record for that. Maybe get hold of some of the MOT centres, because it will be a tougher sale without any history at all, won't it? But no, overall seems like a nice enough car, doesn't it? Clean up well, nice spec. Mileage isn't outrageous for diesel for 2016. yeah, like I say, we're just going to try and track down some history, or we're going to have to do a big major service to give people confidence to buy it. So there we have it, 3 buys from auction. All of them made it hassle-free, the entire distance from, I can't even remember where I was. Anyway, good 5 hours away from home, and they all made it back. Can't guarantee that will always be the case buying auction cars, but perhaps I'm getting half an idea of what I'm doing. So while Pete's been eating Jaffa cakes and slurping Coke, I've fixed the front end of the Sportage.
You awful guy.
No, Petey's done it. Popped the bumper off, he got his hand behind, managed to get the clips back in the front corner there, and this actually clipped back in again quite nicely. So, ideal. I would say a free fix, but it's not, because he doesn't want to work for me for free for some reason, no idea why. So a little good machine polish this one, I think, because it needs no paint. So machine polish, get it down for an MOT. I think it needs an MOT, I can't remember. Get it down for an MOT, well, it needed a PDI anyway. And a clean up inside, and we've got a nice bit of stock there. Craig cleaned up our 2 purchases from G3 Auctions yesterday for me. They're parked up outside, ready for a bit of a photo shoot. Both looking lovely. Golf came out beautiful. Golf is in really, really good condition. And to be fair, the Sportage is as well. Now Petey's fixed the front clip there. It needs a machine polish to really pop, but to be honest, for the purposes of the quick photos to go online, I think it's probably good enough at the moment. I can run the polisher over it later on as well. So yeah, I'm really pleased with those 2 purchases. They seem to drive okay. We've got to get an electric window switch for this side to sort that out. But other than that, I'm not aware of anything until they go in for MOT that needs to be done. Don't forget the raffle for this fantastic Mercedes CL500. It's still up and running. You can win this car for just £2. It's got a brand new MOT on it. It's freshly serviced. We put a new ABC pump on it for the suspension. We're going to give you a year's road tax as well thrown in, so you can literally get it and start to enjoy it straight away. Fantastic condition inside and out this car. With that 5-litre V8, it's just a big wafty beast of a car. The interior is fantastic. I don't remember if I've locked it or not. Yeah, I have locked it, but the interior is incredible on it. See my previous videos to check out what an awesome motor this is. And when you enter, you'll be helping support Ability FC. That is the football club, local football club in Barnstable. That's for those with learning disabilities and additional needs. We're going to help them get kit and continue to work with those kids. So yeah, I'll put a link to that in the video description down below. Don't forget, you can also choose to have £4,000 cash instead of the car if you so wish, in which case we will sell the car off afterwards. And if we get anything over the £4,000, we'll also give that to charity as well. So as I said, a link to that is in the video description down below. It's just £2 per ticket.